Today on Public Eye News, Governor Whitmer returns from an investment mission and will speak to the legislature. But first, NMU prepares to celebrate Environmental Action Week.
Jackson Spencer will have your weather forecast for the next couple days. Later, Emma Moratz will bring you today's sports breakdown. I'm Ashlyn Shadig.
And I'm Luke Middle, and this is Public Eye News. This week at NMU, it's Environmental Action Week, spotlighting advocacy and activism on the topic of climate sustainability. Starting tomorrow, various workshops and lectures will begin, lasting through September 29th. The range of activities includes a poetry reading of Dayuda Natal, read by author Mara Pastor, environmental trivia with the Northern Quiz Bowl team, and the interdisciplinary environmental panel with the focus on studying the environment in a fraught time, led by professors in the departments of sociology, English, Native American Studies, and social work. Most events and panels will be held in either Jamrich or Hardin Hall. For more information on all start times and locations, go to news.nmu.edu. And the month of September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and for the Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency, also known as the MVAA, that means recognizing the importance of the program, especially with veterans. According to MVAA Director Brian Love, veterans are more than twice as likely to die by suicide as compared to a non-serving citizen. A 2022 report revealed that vets in the state of Michigan committed suicide at a rate of 31.9 per 100,000, with a total of 170 deaths. In order to combat suicide rates, the MVAA's Michigan Health and Suicide Prevention Team has become certified instructors in applied suicide intervention skills and directing a Link to Life program. For more information on the program, go to michigan.gov/MVAA.
Today, the Michigan Department of Education awarded $6.7 million in grants to schools all around Michigan. The goal of these grants is to improve student literacy. These funds are given through competitive reading excellence and advancing district innovation grants. The Department Committee for Literacy Achievement reviewed 115 applications for Michigan school districts. Of these, 39 were awarded funds in the first round of grants. Schools from the UP that were awarded funds in the first round include Cooper Island Academy, Lake Superior Academy, and Sault Ste. Marie area schools. 6 of the 39 districts will be selected to receive an additional $375,000 during the 2026 to 2027 school year. Text-based scams have been sweeping the state, requesting your personal banking information. Be cautious of messages claiming to be from the Michigan Department of Treasury. These messages are called phishing scams, and they trick people into giving information by appearing to be a trustworthy source. The current scam messages will claim that a refund has been processed and the person's payment information is needed, or no refund will be given. The Department of Treasury wants to make sure everyone is aware that they never send unsolicited text messages that ask for taxpayer payment information. Michiganders are advised not to click on any links sent from unknown numbers. Memphis may soon see on the ground after President Trump made official his plan to deploy a crime-fighting task force to the city. The president signed the authorization, as he also announced more use of force against alleged Venezuelan drug boats. Bradley Blackburn has more on the moves from the White House.
In the Oval Office Monday, President Trump formally approved a plan to send a federal task force to Memphis. Flanked by Tennessee's governor, the president promised similar action to what's happened on the streets of the nation's capital.
The task force will be a replica, as I said, and it's going to be I think equally successful. This is a tremendous success we've had in Washington.
FBI statistics show Memphis had the highest crime of all major U.S. cities last year. But Memphis police data shows there was a decrease in violent crime in the first 9 months of this year. There's no timeline yet for when the force will be deployed. The city's mayor is opposed to the plan.
I did not ask for the National Guard, and I don't think it's the way to drive down crime.
The president announced more tough action on drug trafficking, confirming a second strike similar to the recent U.S. military attack on a Venezuelan boat in the Caribbean. The president said 3 more, quote, narco-terrorists were killed in this separate strike on another boat, allegedly carrying more drugs. The president says the tactic is deterring traffickers.
There are literally no boats. This was a boat, and we were surprised to see it. Now, What does that mean? That means there's no drugs coming by sea.
The Trump administration is also making moves on TikTok,
We have a framework for a TikTok deal.
announcing a preliminary agreement to allow the Chinese-owned social media site to continue operating with concessions for U.S. national security. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Now don't touch that dial. Jackson Spencer will be right back with your weather report you won't want to miss.
A New Deal transforms the country.
Roosevelt was changing national despair to hope.
And his greatest test in his weakest hour.
There was the President of the United States, helpless on the floor.
The conclusion of FDR on American Experience.
Monday night at 8 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back. I'm Jackson Spencer here to give you your Public Eye Weather Report. Starting off on the roof cam, it is looking absolutely gorgeous outside. No, not a cloud in sight. Some campus activity makes me want to go outside and hit the beach. Moving on to the map, starting in Houghton, it is 87 with mostly sunny conditions. Ironwood, 83, also mostly sunny. And it looks like all up here in the UP, it's mostly sunny everywhere. A lot of places hitting sun. In Iron Mountain, 84. Menominee, 75. Escanaba, 74. And then Manistee, 73. Sault Ste. Marie, 75. And in our lovely Marquette, 80. Moving on to current conditions, we have winds south at 9 miles per hour with a barometric pressure of 30.11 inches and falling. Moving on to tonight's conditions, we're going to have partly cloudy skies with a low of 65, winds southwest at 10 miles per hour, and our moon phase is a waning crescent. Moving on to tomorrow's conditions, clouds are going to roll in tomorrow with a high of 75, a low of 56, and then winds coming out of the north-northwest at 10 miles per hour. And then moving on to the rest of the week, it's looking like it's going to cool down a bit with Thursday, a high of 61, low of 53, and cloudy conditions. Friday, 63 with a low of 55 and mostly cloudy conditions. And then Saturday, also mostly cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 59. And that's all the weather I have for you. Back to the news desk.
Thank you for that weather update, Jackson. I certainly have been enjoying these warm conditions myself, and I just might have to take you up on that beach trip. Going now into some statewide news. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has continued to invest in foreign opportunities for the state, most recently securing a successful investment with Singapore, Germany, and Japan. As a result of the deal, over 800 new jobs were created and $200 million were invested into Michigan. Additionally, the move by Governor Whitmer became the first ever investment between the state of Michigan and the country of Singapore. The two sides were able to find some common ground as current Prime Minister of Singapore, Lawrence Wong, earned his master's in applied economics from the University of Michigan in 1995. As for Japan, the two sides strengthened an already rock-solid relationship, with 415 Japanese facilities employing over 10,000 Michiganders. And Governor Whitmer is kept busy in the state as she plans to speak on the legislative standoff that could potentially result in a government shutdown. Along a parallel line with a statewide shutdown is a federal shutdown in nearly the same length of time, partially affected by tariffs imposed by President Donald Trump that hit Michigan's auto manufacturing business particularly hard. Accompanied by her speech is Governor Whitmer's budget proposal, which includes a lasting supply to keep roads in the state maintained, a big portion of Whitmer's campaign. If Governor Whitmer's budget is rejected and no new plan is approved by the beginning of the fiscal year on October 1st, the state government will enter into a shutdown. The state has entered multiple shutdowns since 2000, in 2007 and 2009, though both were very brief and lasted mere hours. And the Chicago Hospital, where Pope Leo XIV was born, has installed a plaque in his honor. It was the Supreme Pontiff's birthday on Sunday. WBBM in Chicago has more.
History emanates within the walls of this hospital.
There's something new to celebrate at Chicago's oldest hospital. Insight Hospital and Medical Center, or what used to be Mercy Hospital in Bronzeville.
And while some of the buildings may have changed around the campus, the mission and the spirit of this institution continues to be the same. A mission of serving the underserved and a mission of being a safety net for the most vulnerable amongst us.
Today, hospital staff members are joined by community and faith leaders for a special occasion.
Out of all the other hospitals in the city, God has blessed us
in this way.
Blessed by a papal connection.
Today, we don't just unveil a piece of bronze, we celebrate the story it carries, a local child born right here in this hospital.
70 years ago, a baby was born at this site, a baby who would grow up to be Pope.
This plaque is more than a marker of history. It's a symbol of hope, an inspiration for patients and community members that we serve.
The plaque marks the birthplace of Pope Leo XIV. It's dedicated a day after Pope Leo's 70th birthday.
What do you think Pope Leo would make of this?
First of all, I would say we would love for him to come, in the sense that this is his institution.
The plaque now greets visitors in the hospital lobby.
I hope that he smiles to know that such wonderful and beautiful work is continuing here.
A hospital's history and legacy forever tied to Pope Leo.
So it's a moment to celebrate.
Noel Brennan, CBS News, Chicago.
We'll be right back with your sports after this.
Asking tough questions to those in power.
Should Democrats supply their votes if it means avoiding a government shutdown?
Russia right now has you outmanned, outgunned. Is it time to think about a settlement?
And covering events as they unfold.
8 soldiers died in the second deadliest attack on Israeli forces of the war.
To see so many deaths in one place, it's not humanity.
PBS NewsHour and PBS News Weekend, every night on PBS and streaming.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm Emma Maratz, here to deliver your Tuesday sports breakdown. Starting on the diamond, the Cleveland Guardians are hoping to keep their winning streak alive when they visit the Detroit Tigers tonight to start their series. Detroit is currently first in the AL Central, followed by Cleveland, as they are right behind at second in the AL Central. Tonight's matchup will mean the 8th time the two teams have faced off this season, with the Tigers leading the series 4-3. One player to watch is Riley Green, as he has 31 doubles and 34 home runs. Game starts tonight at 6:40 p.m. Sending it straight into the goal, Owen Rutledge is being honored as this week's GLIAC Defensive Player of the Week. In the team's most recent face-offs, including against reigning GLVC champion Lewis, Rutledge led the NMU defense to a scoreless draw. He then helped the Wildcats to a 1-1 tie against recent NCAA Final Four participant Lake Erie. This is Rutledge's first season with NMU since he transferred from Northeast Community College. The team's current record is 1-0-3. Rutledge and the Wildcats start their GLIAC schedule this Friday at home against Parkside, with the game starting at noon. Finishing off on the hockey rink, the Central Collegiate Hockey Association, or CCHA, has released their preseason coaches and media poll for the 2025-2026 season. Northern Michigan University had 24 points from the coaches poll and had 33 points in the media poll. Head coach Dave Shiok said in the interview, "We have 16 new faces, and our approach will be focused on getting better every day and our habits and systems," end quote. This is Shiok's second season as head coach. The NMU hockey season starts on October 4th at the University of Massachusetts. That's all I have for sports. Now back to the news desk.
Thank you for that sports report, Emma. Ashlyn, I know it's a lot of stuff happening around campus, and especially we've got the farmers market going on today. Are you going to be going?
I'm going to try to make it. I've never been before, but it looks like a really fun time.
I personally went last year. It was a ton of fun. There's live music, there's fresh food, there's a lot of local vendors from around the area. But with that, we're out of time here at Public Eye News Today. I'm Luke Niddle.
I'm Ashlyn Shadig.
We'll see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.